A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par.
Just went a little bit too far and a little bit to the right, but still, anything inside 10 feet is excellent on this hole.
About 17 feet on this putt. That's a confident roll right there. Well done. It's a par here at the second. And he's going to stay 2 back. Oh, right by the hole. The longer putts, you don't mind as much. The short ones, they tend to sting. That finished off for a par here at the second. And they're going to stay at -9. The third, par 4 at 426 yards, is visually one of the toughest on the course. Its main feature is the internal out of bounds that frames the right side of the fairway. In the 2023 Open Championship, some golfers played back with a driving iron. Others tried to bomb it over the corner and give themselves an advantage. Playing safe out to the left, however, does bring some thick rough into play.
That had to be in the rough the whole way. One more bounce back on the fairway.
From the fairway Notah, this is second.
153 yards left to the hole. Pin is in the back right corner of this green.
Okay, center of the green, a good safe shot. Second shot, good look at the green.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3 to an even 10 under par. Just 5 feet left. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he's going to remain 1 shot off the pace. The last of the consecutive par 4s to grace this front side is this one, a 367-yard fourth. It's the shortest of the 4 by a considerable margin. Most golfers should be able to cover the fairway bunkers and be left with just a short iron in. And that, a well-placed bunker. It'll collect plenty of shots just like that one as this indeed rolls into the sand. this is the exact wrong time for that. In contention in the final round, but this is into the heavy stuff. Okay, so good work there to get this back out into the short grass.
And really, this is not a bad spot to be, just a little short of the green. Certainly not out of the question to get away with a par.
Oh, it's in. That is an eagle, too, and that puts all of the skills on display in one beautifully played hole. The power, the precision, and in the end, the touch. Beautifully done. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that will drop the lead down to 2. You gotta feel like you're losing ground if you do not take advantage of the par 5 fifth at 520 yards. This was the easiest hole at the 151st Open, with a total of 200 birdies made here through the 4 rounds of the championship. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Impressive to get the power on that second shot into the par 5 and comfortably get it up here by the green. I know it's in that green side bunker, but that is very doable.
More troubles there. I'll make this about 100 yards. Third shot.
Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
And this not a distance you practice all that often with your bunker shots. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Noted this for birdie.
And not too much break on this, maybe a little to the right, but it's going back up the hill, so we can't leave it short. I tried to warn him. You have to hit it.
A straightforward look here for birdie. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. And they're going to improve to 13 under par. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. The first par 3 of the round is here at the 201-yard 6th. 2 pot bunkers left and one right of the green are to be avoided at all costs. solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. Okay, he throws that one in there pin high, a bit to the right, and he'll have that for his birdie. Xander standing over this for birdie. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. And this will remain a 3-shot lead. Safely in for par here at the 6th. It'll hold tight at -13. The 7th now at 481 yards, par 4. Hot bunkers left and right are definitely in playoff fatigue. Even if you end up in the fairway, the second shot is a demanding one, partially blind, over a large tract of gorse and potentially 2 pot bunkers left. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway.
Oh, excellent shot. I love it when it's the right distance. This one just a little to the right. Nothing wrong with that.
Second shot coming up. Note is down there.
Looking at 148 to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
A long one coming up here for birdie. Pretty good effort right there.
Just a tap in.
This is an 11-foot putt. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain right where he is. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And they'll remain at -13. On to the 8th, a par 4 at 436 yards. It features a familiar refrain: avoid the pot bunkers and the tall gorse. Doing so with your drive should leave a short iron in to a green protected by 1 bunker left and 2 to the right.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green. Always a good shot in the rough, but now a chance for a birdie. So that's a good approach shot.
Right, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
It would be easy to overcomplicate this kind of putt, but I've been in there, I've had a look. It's a straight one, it's flat overall, so come on, give it a good run.
Nope. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And they'll remain right where they are. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay right where he is. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that will be a sizzling 31 on the front side, 4 under par. Okay, a shake of must be avoided at all costs. This one starting a little left off the tee.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Now Schauffele digging in. This his third. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par.
Now a 7-footer.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And that's going to preserve this tenuous one-shot lead. So that in for a par to start this backside. And the lead's going to stay at 3. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
Good drive down the right side. Today, the hole is cut front leg, so far enough back to be able to get the ball to stop.
Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. A birdie putt here at the 11th.
And it's an inviting one, ever so slightly up the hill with just a hint of movement from left to right.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And the lead grows to 3 with 7 holes to play. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And it'll be a 4-stroke lead now with 7 holes to play.
That got a fortunate bounce. It'll be just fine.
Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there. We'll see how much that missed fairway is going to cost him this, his second from far back.
Football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible. It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
An outside look here for birdie.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
How does that not go in?
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12. And this is now a 3-shot lead with 6 to play. All right, that's in for a double bogey 6. And that lead going to drop to a single shot. The 13th is a par 3 of 194 yards. It yields another panoramic look at Kilbree Island and the estuary beyond. But this could be a tricky little hole. Tee shots that land in that front right pot bunker rarely lead to a par. Okay, a little local knowledge there. He gets that ball to work back onto the green. And now a birdie putt coming up. Okay, safely aboard. A birdie opportunity here at 13.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of break in this overall. It's very important. It might be one of those putts. Hit it firm, you take the break out altogether.
Ooh, almost fell. Just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And the lead will remain 1. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And this will stay a 1-shot lead. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Well, it's a little past the flag, but with the hole cut in the front third today, no surprise. Are you really going to take that seriously? That ball wasn't even going to land on the green, but it's finished up fine.
Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Iona, this a birdie putt.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Look at that put on the brakes. That's pretty well judged from there. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain at -12. That one finished up. It's in for par. And that's going to keep them at -12. The 15th is the longest hole on the course, checking it at a full 620 yards. The fairway is fairly generous by Royal Liverpool standards, though it does feature bunkers left and right. The issues tend to develop on the second shot, where you'll need to commit one way or the other to going for it or laying up. And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his second. Okay, that's a good safe play. Get it back out into the fairway. Get some distance if you can, and gets it to try and make a good third on this par 5. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy his chances at this one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. A look at birdie here at 15.
A great deal of success on the greens thus far, but this one's going to be a challenge.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And the lead will hold steady at 2 with just the 16th, 17th, and 18th left to play. The final 3-hole stretch begins with the par 4 16th at 461 yards. Most players should be able to move their tee shots beyond the 3 fairway bunkers, but more await up toward the green, 5 of them in total. So often we talk about needing precision off the tee, and this is how you do it. That is dead center. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good. Oh, pumped up there. That's a little too long and consequently going back down the hill now. Going to require some touch.
Xander standing over this for birdie. A birdie putt now at 16.
And this is pretty flat all the way. I don't think there's much in it at all.
Oh, straight into the cup. Well done. That's a birdie here at 16. And that's going to push their lead up to 2. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And the lead will remain 2 with 2 to play. On now to the most talked about hole at the 2023 Open, the par 3 17th, known as Little I. This hole was completely revamped in the lead up to the Open, as the architects hoped to create something similar to another 17th, that of TPC Sawgrass. The best play here, center of the green, every time. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Okay, that one's dancing. Setting up now their second to the par 3.
Sizable putt from 16 feet.
Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. That's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And the pressure going to ratchet up now as the lead's down 2-1 with 1 to go. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And the lead will stay at 1 with just the 18th hole left to play. Now to the closing hole at Royal Liverpool, the 609-yard par 5 18. This hole confounded some of the best in the world during the 2023 Open, including Ricky Fowler and Justin Thomas. Tee shots need to avoid the internal out of bounds to the right. Many wound up laying up and taking the danger out of play. Those who try to reach this green in 2 can often wind up in one of 3 deep pot bunkers, short and left. No fairway here, this one in that rough. Oh, that's the one. A pressure drive there at 18, holding the 1-shot lead. But that is safely in the fairway, and a big exhale there. And that area, of course, outside the playable area, and that will be considered OB. That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5 and comfortably on for 2.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Now, wouldn't this be something to cap the round? A long look at a closing eagle. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range.
11 feet away.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, so now that swings the door wide open. Big trouble here at the last, and that enormous lead down to 1, as we'll now wait to see if it's going to be enough. Oh, yes! What a big putt there. It's a birdie at 18, and now a new number is posted. It's a 1-shot lead, as we'll watch what unfolds with the other golfers still on the course. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Novel. Enjoyed it, Frank.
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
For the entire team, I'm Rich Sparta. Until next time. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Southwind in Memphis, it's the final round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Well, this is the essence of golf distilled. 18 holes to decide our winner. Every decision is impactful. Every misstep a potential tournament wrecker as we look at the current leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to cobble together a solid round here on this fine Sunday.
Rough off the tee, straight out of the gate. That's interesting. So much will depend on the lie.
Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
And that, a little beyond the hole, but a good shot. Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Hair of right to left in this one, Rich. Straight back up the slope.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Precipice of going down, but I do believe it's going to stay out. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and they'll hold steady at even par. All right, that's in for a bogey here to start the round, and the lead precarious now. It is down to a single shot.
Oh, I like that tee shot. One extra bounce. That's what kicked it into the first cut.
Good solid tee shot there, coming off the bogey at the first. This is in the fairway at number 2. Front left hole location here as we await his second to the par 4.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Second shot now from just a foot or two off the fairway. Okay, not too bad there. Now Xander, this for birdie. Nine feet remaining here for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second, and they'll gain a stroke here. That finished off for par here with the second, and that's going to preserve this tenuous one-shot lead. driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. This is turning a little to his left.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
I like the looks of this one.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Just a little beyond the hole, but pretty handy right there. A great opportunity here for birdie. Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. And a great opportunity goes by the wayside. That is so painful when you come up that short.
Why is it that putts on line come up short?
So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he'll remain at 1 under par.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And they'll remain at -1. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Look here at birdie.
And this really is all about visualization. You've got to see the line in your head, pick out a spot, maybe a foot, foot and a half in front of you, and aim for that.
Nope. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and they're going to stay at -1. Okay, that one brushed in for a bogey here at the 5th. They'll drop back now to 1 under par. Oh, that came out funny, and it started way left.
That hit that tree hard and bounced straight into the rough.
Another good drive. That's been a key, and a few more of those as this round goes along would do wonders in trying to hold on and win this tournament.
No, it's a smart shot. You see that flag there on the left. So didn't really want to go right at it.
Staring at a 125-yard shot now.
Schauffele now for birdie. Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. Will certainly help the cause. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And they're going to stay right where they are. That will do just fine. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
145 yards left. Pin in the right front.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Ah, yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And that will gain them a stroke. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll stay at 2 under.
That's the danger of this back hole location. If you're not precise with your distance, you can run out of green in a hurry. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green.
Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. Xander standing over this for birdie.
That one just going to sneak on by. Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th. And they'll remain at -2. Okay, back in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. And this ball absolutely piped. It is right down the middle. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting. Now it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Now this for birdie.
And this is one where you just got to keep the hands and the wrists quiet and get it started online.
That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back.
Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that finishes off a strong front nine. It's a 33, 2 under par. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that's going to be a 1 over score of 36 on this outward 9.
Well, there's no doubt that ball deflected off the tree. Could have gone anywhere. So really, when you think about it, that first cut is fine. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still. A little short, a little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
Here we go. This one for birdie. Got it there, but not quite on target. 6 feet now for birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And with it, they're into the lead here late in the tournament. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that lead will drop to a single shot.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Did knock down the flagstick there, but he is hole high, and he does have a reasonable chance at birdie. Here's Xander for birdie. Good job of deadening it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and that's going to keep him at 3 under. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll stay at -3. Moving on to the 406-yard par 4 12th, short dog leg to the right. Excellent driving hole with the water running along the entire right side. Fairway bunkers on the left. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's very poor from that range.
Yeah, good soft hands. That is nicely done. This now for birdie at 12.
Yeah, and it's certainly no gimme from this length. It would be a Brucey bonus to find the bottom of the cup. Main consideration has to be about pace.
Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. And they'll gain a stroke here. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And he'll remain at 4 under.
Not much to fault there.
Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
A birdie putt down to Iona.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. Fancy the chances of getting this close.
Look at this. Wow, what a sensational putt from way out.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And they're going to hold on at -4. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, here we are at 14, and this is a hard hole, this par 3. It's 239 yards. It is a full carry over the water to that undulating green. You absolutely have to have your best shot right here.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
That one safely on the putting surface. Now this, their second to the par 3.
"19 feet away."
Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And they'll remain right where they are. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is.
Oh, that's a great tee shot. I know it doesn't count as a fairway hit, but when you're that far down there, the first cut is absolutely fine.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
Yes, it's 126 yards left to the flag. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Second shot now from just a foot or two off the fairway.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Now, Xander, this for birdie. That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And they're going to stay right where they are. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay right where he is. We begin our finishing stretch with the second and final par 5 at TPC Southwind, 530-yard 16th hole. It is gettable in two. Expect birdie here, and an eagle is definitely in the cards. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
Excellent tee shot. Now it's decision time, whether to go for this par 5 in 2 or not.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in a really good position here on the par 5.
Now, this par 5 green is well protected. That's two good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, you're looking at 4.
From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
This is a dicey location right at the 16th. Gonna take a great effort to get up and down.
Took a lot of sand there. That did not have enough to reach the green. It's going to get hung up on the fringe.
He has a 12-footer here.
Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And this is going to go down to the wire. It'll stay a one-shot lead with 2 to play. That one finished off. It's in for par. And they'll remain right where they are. That's right where you want to be. A good drive here at the 17th with the tournament on the line. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green. Nope. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay at 5 under. You see a lot of blue standing on that tee box. That's a good drive here at 18.
Well, it's in the first cut. We know you can't spin the ball as much from the first cut. Still lying okay. It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
From just off the fairway, down the node.
152 to the hole. Pin sitting in the back left portion of the green.
A long one coming up here for birdie.
That's a good set of hands right there to get it that close from that far away.
Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that will write an end to the round here today. Okay, so that will wind up the par at the last. And that will finish off our round of golf. All right, Frank, for our featured golfer, it will not be a trip to the winner's circle here in Memphis, but they will get a visit to Delaware as they've qualified for round 2 of the playoffs.
Exactly right. They were walking in Memphis, Rich, but they'll be running to the BMW.